Hello everyone and welcome to Hill Street. Today's story is When You Wake Up. If you end up enjoying this story, please leave a like. And if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. Now, let's get to this nightmare. I'm a little nervous about this love letter that I just wrote for my special someone. I'm not the type to usually do this, so I thought I would come here and ask your opinions. Hopefully it will spark some loving creativity in you as well. Any feedback helps. Good morning, my dear. I'm sure that you won't find this letter shocking. Ever since I first laid eyes on you, I have wanted to burst at the seams with adoration for you. The day I met you, it was as if I could levitate, floating all the way home. I even remember the first words that you spoke to me. You gave me the sweetest smile as you greeted me and asked me how my day was. I could have just died right then and there. The coffee I sipped that day after our meeting had never been better. Maybe it was made with love. It is crazy how this world works. One day you decide to try out a new coffee shop just down the block from your home, and the next thing you know, you're in love. What a world. What a wonderful, joyful world. The thought of you reading this gave me jitters. So since that fateful day of our encounter, I loved coffee all the more. Every day I came in, you asked me how my morning was. We'd chat about the weather, something recent in the news, a cheesy joke here and there. Every day, I felt a bit closer to you. The way your eyes would sparkle, the green glow that would look my way, the mesmerizing smile that took my breath away. I was smitten and I could not contain it. You always kept me coming back for more every time. My subtle flirtations never being reciprocated. Oh, I knew that game. It made me want you all the more, playing Keo with me, making me almost beg. You loved me. I saw it in your eyes, but the formality of a customer and a worker overshadowed you. I know you couldn't show desire, or else what would your boss think? That's why I stopped by after you finished your shift. I knew this was my chance. I knew I just had to confess in some way my adoration. So I left those flowers with a little card on your car. That cute little baby blue Prius. Hey, with these gas prices, we need it. You didn't know this, but I can't help but tell you, we are soulmates. We'll tell each other everything after all. I was watching when you came out to your car after work. I went up the street and stood on a set of steps, watching with a set of binoculars I had bought a few weeks ago. The day we met, in fact. I stood there watching you, savoring every moment, and the anticipation of your reaction overcame me. Then you did something I was not expecting. At first you took the flowers and looked at them. You were confused. You didn't seem uncomfortable, but just confused. Didn't you know they were from me? The note I left must have confused you as well. Do you remember what it said? Yours forever, Sean. It was rather cold that night. I could tell it was affecting you because you started becoming pale. You must have been so cold that you forgot the flowers on the hood of your car as you got in as quickly as you did. After that day, you started acting differently whenever you would see me come in. You seemed worried, but I never could understand why, until one day it hit me. Your boss must have found out about me. I'm sure he couldn't have his employees flirting around with his customers and giving you a stern talking to. What a jerk, keeping us apart like that. Whatever he said must have affected you, because you barely talked to me after. You didn't joke or talk about the things we always did. He broke our rhythm. Our enchanting moments were being cut short. I was fearful that we wouldn't be able to talk like we used to. So I started following you on your days off. I had already taken to watching you when you were at home. A bit naughty, I know, but I had to know when and where we could talk. I wouldn't let your boss rob us of our future. I couldn't let him take it away. But alas, when I followed you into that small bookstore on the corner of Washington Ave, you didn't feel like talking. He must have gotten so deep into your mind that you were afraid to even speak to me outside of work. Maybe you were afraid of him seeing us talking. The creep might have even been following you around to make sure you were doing what he said. You look so scared, so frightened. I was a bit hurt that you weren't wearing the coat I had bought you, or the jewelry, not even the mittens. When I tried confessing everything to you, you just ran away. My love, what was I to do? I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, and it burned me up inside. I was angry. I was destroyed. I was becoming empty. I had to act quickly. Our flame was dying. I couldn't see you at the coffee shop, and I couldn't see you at the bookstore. I even tried to go to your home, but you wouldn't open up to me. So I did the only thing I could finally think of. I brought you home with me. I'm sure I must have given you a scare when I picked you up in that half-conscious state. Putting those pills in your cup at work was rather tricky without anyone seeing, but for our love, I managed. But I tried to assure you with gentle strokes and kisses. I thought if you came home with me without knowing how we got here, your boss would never know where I live. It was perfect. He couldn't interrogate you, and we would finally be happy. Everything was perfect until your boss saw me pulling you into my car. It took some work, but I made sure no one else would ever find him. It would be our little secret, one only lovers like us could keep. I hope you feel all right. I didn't know how many of those pills to give you, so I guesstimated. When you wake up, don't be afraid to come on up and make yourself at home. After all, it is your home now too. Written with love, forever and always yours, Sean. P.S. Breakfast is waiting. I made you your mother's cinnamon rolls. I'm so excited for you to try them.